Greetings from Bulgaria, I'm Volk, this is Volk, and welcome to my stronghold. In this video I would like to take a tour and show you my awesome decorating skills. No, that's a stupid joke. Of course we're here to do chapter 14, Mandalore's Revenge. And without further delay, let's begin this. Emperor Arkan tightens his tyrannical grip on the galaxy. The Eternal Fleet, commanded by a legion of Gemini droids, remain a devastating threat to peace and freedom. New Alliance intel recovered from the Eternal Empire's capital reveals a possible hope of conquering Arkan's warships, the mysterious Gemini Prime. Commander Volk and the fierce Mandalorian clan led a dangerous assault on the weapon factories of Darvannis to capture Gemini Prime and seize control on the Eternal Empire. Well, after this failed attempt to read this dramatically, let's begin the chapter itself.
Master Jedi, we're ready.
Where are the others?
Theron is online from the Mistani sector. The rest are unavailable, on scouting or security detail.
I'd prefer to be patrolling myself. Can we proceed?
I have additional information regarding the Gemini network that controls the Eternal Fleet. The network links mechanical captains inside the fleet's ships. Their security protocols cannot be directly subverted.
Why not?
Because the Gemini captains are based on me.
You said Zakul took something from you. This is what you meant. This is what you've been looking for.
My suspicions about Gemini brought me to Zakul. Now they are confirmed. I will not be imitated. And I will determine who is responsible. Based on what I have decoded, the Geminis are produced from a mold, a template. Gemini Prime.
Why a physical template?
My technology is not easily duplicated. The Gemini Prime is linked to a factory on the world of Darvannis. Retrieve the unit and I will unlock the secrets of the network and the fleet.
Then whatever other problems we may have, Gemini Prime is our best lead. Senya, what can you tell us about the target?
I know Darvannis. One of the first worlds we conquered when the war started. A staging point into the wider galaxy. That factory builds droids, weapons, starships. It's a key resource, fortified accordingly. Fully automated defenses.
I've seen it's like tunnels running kilometers deep. Too large for a strike team.
Then we plan a full-scale assault. How close are we to assembling an army?
We don't have nearly enough people here. But Theron...
I've been securing military allies along the rim. There's a favor I can pull in. Rather not say more over the comm, but I can set a rendezvous with forces on Darvannis. You can take the factory and grab Gemini.
It's been a while since I led troops into battle, but that's the burden of a Jedi in wartime.
I'll signal our allies. Any luck, they'll be on Darvannis before you.
The rest of you, get the gravestone ready for combat. Once we have Gemini Prime, it'll be us against the fleet, one way or another.
Well, you're on the wrong planet. The Hutt pleasure worlds are a dozen parsecs out.
Shut up, Como. You're looking good for a dead man.
Shay Vizsla. I wasn't expecting Mandalorians.
We're what you got. Heard you need a factory pulverized.
A dozen clans stand with Mandalore the Avenger. We're ready for blood, even if our enemies are built of metal and grease.
Mandalore the Avenger?
Rough few years. Eternal fleets kept us under siege on the Heart Worlds. I picked up the title along the way. When your spy boy offered a chance to hit back, I agreed. Been on defense too long.
Then we fight together, Mandalore, against Zakul and the galaxy. We'll topple Arkan yet.
Right now, I'd settle for one good victory.
How have you deployed your troops around the factory?
Rotating assault teams of 200 commandos each. Place is a fortress. Needs hammering before we go in.
Next attack starts in 5. Forward teams are in position to down the energy shield.
You want to be useful? Capture the perimeter guns and retarget the factory. Torian!
Mandalore.
Torian's chief of Clan Ghidorah, and the best scout we've got. He'll show you the way.
Guns are in Sector 9. Plenty of Sky Troopers. Keep up. I'll try to protect you.
Take me to the guns. We have a factory to conquer.
Retursia me, Mandalore.
Stay alive. Both of you.
Welcome to Darvannis, my friends. It looks better than ever before. We have a little bit of a background information on the Grumpy, what I believe is first-hand helper or second in command to the new Mandalore. Let's read a little bit about the background information for Como Fett. Quick to anger and even quicker to throw a punch, Como Fett lives for the thrill of battle, very typical for Mandalorians. His combat skills has let him outlive the average Mandalorian commander, earning him the nickname Old Man among his clan. Before Zaku's invasion, Como forged Clan Fett into the strongest and most feared in the system. But Clan Fett's eagerness to drive Zaku away led them to take foolish risks, and Como lost nearly all his warriors' family to the Sky Troopers. When Mandalore the Vindicated fell, Como's name was put forward as the obvious choice as successor, but the seasoned warrior refused the position, disgusted at the thought of planning battles rather than fighting them. Instead, he acted as Shay Vizsla's eyes and ears on the battlefield. His fierce loyalty to his people earned Shay's confidence, and he quickly became one of her most trusted leaders. There we go. I didn't read that when I played the chapter for the first time, so you should consider that a smooth reading for a first attempt. We're out on Darvannis, as I've already mentioned. I believe it looks better than ever before. Darvannis is not a playable planet, but it is indeed a home to one of the best and longest operations in the game, designed back in 2000. Well, I don't know when it was designed, but it was released back in 2012. Scum and Villainy has 7 bosses to offer, with the final one being Styrak, one of the longest boss fights and one of the biggest nightmare in nightmare mode. We gotta destroy 3 walkers. The 3 walkers are outside, right here in the next map, and I'm really counting on the fact that I'm playing this in a very early Saturday morning. Hopefully there won't be too many people, so I will not have to fight for the trash. But the main goal, as you can see, is to reach the 3 destinations marked on the map, the 3 perimeter guns, and take them off. Unfortunately, reaching them means going through waves and waves of mods. Good news is I've picked up useful things that would be useful until I enter. When I played this on day 1 of early access, we had terrible, horrible lag out here in the open area. I'm eager to see what we have now. The FPS is lower and it keeps getting lower. The walker, of course, is already taken. Let's check. I do have a chance to move to a second instance because the first one is not full, but we have 20 competitors already. Let's check out if the other instance is better. And of course there is a PvP instance available as well, but I don't have PvP gear on me, which makes it a bad idea to go there. Four people on this instance. That was a very good decision.
Gotcha.
Now I have a chance to do the Walker's bonus mission, because I never had a chance to do that on the first time I played through the game. There are a couple more actually available bonuses or side quests attached to the main quest. They give nothing else but satisfaction of completing them. So if you don't want to, you absolutely don't go, don't bother with it. In case you haven't noticed, the active companion for this mission is Torian. And of course I'm using him as a healer because that's what I would recommend you do all the time. Specifically for playing with the Sentinel or Marauder, I would also recommend you do that as a Carnage or combat spec. This way. And just if you're curious, this is the build I'm going for. It's not the only one, but what I would suggest you pick up is the Cyclone Slash, because every time you deal with AoE situations, it comes in handy. And mobs die incredibly fast during leveling and in story progression, which makes it a very good idea to not play a dot spec. There are quite a bit of new effects added to Darvannis, and I must say they really look good. Let's check out one of the buildings. There is nothing here, but I just wanted to show you that it is indeed a building, and you can come here and rest. It has a very similar design and interior to the starting cantina place in Nauhata, on Nauhata. I'm really curious why BioWare added this place. What exactly is the purpose of this backyard, I suppose?
You'll live.
Should I? No. Let's stay in the PvP instance. If I get killed, that's okay. I can live through a defeat with full PvE set. I just want to do the walkers. The rest is fairly easy, but the walkers are a rare catch. And they are a trouble to kill in the other instances when they are heavily populated. And the area is small, even though it's open area. People tend to not group up. I'm not exactly sure why. But it is a tendency that happens everywhere on all the servers in our community. For some reason, the content or something else is driving us to play the game more solo and not care for grouping up. Nor does the game have mechanics in place to help us group up automatically, for example. Just might witness here a couple seconds ago, was one of the best combos for combat and carnage players, where it's incredibly hard to perform in a real boss environment because of the lag in the game, which involves using all of your big hitters within a precision window. So it's Clashing Blast, Precision, Blade Dance, and just before Blade Dance is finished actually, because the last hit comes 0.3 seconds before the channel is finished, you can cut it short and use Dispatch, which will fall inside the window of Precision. Does that make sense? I hope it does. If not, well, you can always check my guide. And hopefully I'll be able to explain it there easier and better. The guide is of course made a few months ago for patch 4.0, but it's still absolutely accurate for 4.5. You may notice that I've lost the 3 special buffs here I had. I'm not exactly sure why I lost them, but it seems to have happened when I switched instances. I'm not really sure if that's considered a bug or the way it should be, but exactly the same happened to me the other day when I played through the chapter for the first time. So if it's a bug, it's consistent. If it's not a bug, it's still consistent. There we go, the 3 chapters are done. Now it's probably better to... I'll go PvP focus, cool, in a PvP instance. Third one is busy. I don't know if it's because it's full or probably because number 1 is not full yet and BioWare is automatically driving people out. You didn't. No, you didn't interrupt my channel video. Trash. We are traveling back there, so please excuse me about this delay. I might decide to cut it off from the ready video, but I might actually upload it just as it is. I'm being very careful not to do silly things to save my time in the editing process. Right, we've got the bonus quest and the 3 main tasks remaining here still. Oh, come on, now I've got a walker on me.
Gotcha.
Gotta be careful, kill the turrets fast or align yourself with the back against the wall. You don't want to get pushed.
Got your 6.
Come on, dude. There we go. Thank you, Dorian, for joining me.
Got your 6.
Damn! I wasn't quick enough with this one. It finally had a chance to kick me. How long do you think you will be following us before we kill you, my friend? Not too long, apparently. No, 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 no. That's one fight I've decided to spare.
in Sector 4.
Clan-torn forces of the Outer Shield perimeter.
These are the voices they belong to. These are the people the voices belong to, in case you don't know. I don't know if you've noticed on the video, but if you're watching the bottom left corner, it's very, very clearly visible how quickly the lag absolutely immediately disappeared. Quickly but immediately. When I entered an instance and not in the open world anymore. It's just amazing. The first one is completed. 2 more perimeter guns to be disabled. Maybe loot some trash, as if I need money. In reality, if I needed money, I would be selling the rare things I loot in the Hypercrate opening videos. I was informed that the throne I got in the very end of the video from the other day is actually worth many millions on all the servers. By many, I mean something north of 50 and 60, at least on the red clips. Do you think I can just jump through this and then this? Of course. Nice. Hey, flowers. Let's be wise and map there. And from there, we're gonna... No, there's no point mapping. The next point is fairly quick, actually. Okay, allowing Torian to heal is not a very bad idea. Torian for keeping me alive. I'm sure we'll make a good team, me and you, for this mission. We don't know, I'll spill out the secret, so spoiler alert, Torian becomes the next available companion to join the Alliance. The way he does that, or the way his mission begins, is actually different depending on whether you do light side or dark side. We're about to see the light side version today, but the outcome is still the same. He does join the Alliance for now. You want to skip this? No, let's skip it. Alright. A couple more pulls and we'll be done with the second gunpoint.
We are their end! Ashar and a dozen others are dead, but we've reached the shield generators.
Then maybe Torian and our new ally should stop dawdling, eh?
Reprogramming finished. One more to go. Check the map. Actually, let's check this one, because on this one we can see where the gun is. So it's more beneficial to teleport just straight to the middle and cut short a few turns. Let's see, entrance from the most northern point, and then go around on a zigzag. Or, that's not the northern point. The map was misleading.
Gotcha.
This part here, what I consider to be the first of 3 major parts on this chapter, is actually the longest one and of course the most boring one, because it involves a lot of trash killing and roaming around. Minimal amount of story. But that's one of the ways of providing gameplay, even though it's not very challenging. But at least it's hacking and slashing on things. And of course, it's a nice way for BioWare to extend the duration of the chapter.
3 more warriors dead, but this place resembles a junkyard.
You'll live.
Torn, the generators.
Detonation in 10 seconds. The shields will go down.
Maybe Torian will bother to take advantage of it.
And that's the last one.
Guns hot. Ready to target droids and factory defenses.
We have the shield generators down. Give the place a pounding.
Where are you?
Still inside the perimeter. The droids, they outflanked us. Couldn't withdraw.
Understood.
Those soldiers, they're inside the firing zone?
Yes. Already dead. No honor in being beaten by machines.
I don't care about their honor, and they're not dead yet. Retarget the guns. Try to give them an escape route.
Your command, not mine.
Artillery team, what are you doing?
Chance for redemption. Suggest you withdraw. Better get back to base. Mandalore will be planning a new assault.
Look at all the silly Mandalorians running for their lives. Oh, that one didn't make it.
They crushed themselves against us without remorse.
You admire them.
They amuse me.
Are you smiling? I can never tell. We must answer this insult to the Eternal Empire, of course. Have the fleet burn them all to glass. We'll make a window from their remains. It'll be so pretty.
Darvannis can defend itself. All we have to do is watch the Mandalorians die.
You're the Emperor.
Return back to the camp. We should quickly mount there. Spawn there. Teleport. Quick travel. And now that we mentioned Darvannis again, I forgot, of course. It's not just the operation available, we have a war zone. It's in fact my favorite war zone, especially for a melee DPS player.
Severe damage to the inner ring of factory defenses. Plus, those shields are down.
And our losses?
28 seasoned Mandalorian warriors. But how they took their foes with them. 1,000 mindless, programmed machines lie in the dirt today. Oh, future generations will sing songs of our brother's sacrifice against the spawn of Production Line 15 Alpha.
They're dead. No point mocking them.
Except they're not all dead, because you didn't concentrate your firepower. We'll pay for that tomorrow.
The factory's damaged, but still functional. The longer we wait, the more droids it will produce for defense.
Agreed. But my people have been at this a while. You, me, and Como can plan in the morning, when the troops are fresh.
For tonight, we celebrate survival. Show us how an Aruti like you handles Mandalorian drink.
Rough battle, probably a rough party. Not many outsiders celebrate with us.
If we're fighting together, I should know who you are. Torian, leader of Clan Kadera. What does that mean?
Means I'm the last here. Weren't many of us before Zakul. Fewer since. I don't mind a good fight. Struggle, honor, pretty much the same. But I'm tired of friends dying.
We send Clan Baroya after the North Power Station and Fett to the south. That'll weaken the Sky Troopers for the final push.
That should work. If your troops are up to the task.
Power stations. What I'd give for a Republic barracks to bomb.
Aaron's sniper units at the Zakul tactical post will outmaneuver the clans.
Show me the location. I'll handle the droids and give you time to reach the power stations.
You are going to hold off a battalion on your own? You're bold for an outsider, but not right.
We win this, we march inside next. Good hunting.
We've got a new Codex lore update, to read through. Let's check it out because I'm curious. I didn't read that through my first playthrough. Mandalorian Death Ceremony. The Mandalorian Death Ceremony, called Kairam or Glory Death, is reserved for those who die with the highest honor. Traditionally, only warriors who have fallen to Jedi or faced impossible odds are awarded the Kot Kairam. To ensure the warrior spirit can join those of other Mandalorian paragons, the body is burned on an elevated pyre. Clan members send shouts into the sky, bellowing war cries and retelling fears. The night becomes a celebration of drunken feasting and brawling in honor of the dead. We just witnessed that a moment ago. The only non-Mandalorian to receive the Kot Kairam was Lord Raze, or Reyes, a Sith warrior who fell while single-handedly rescuing a Mandalorian clan from a battalion of 20 Jedi on Dantooine. The clan was so moved by her skill and fearlessness, they broke tradition and honored her as a fallen sister. No outsider has received such a distinction since. Thank you very much, BioWare, for updating us on what the legend of this tradition and this ritual is. I had to say legend, you know, because none of this is official anymore.
Gotcha.
We are playing legends. We're living legends. Okay, get to the Zakul tactical post. Of course, best is to just map quickly. It's gonna save us a few seconds of time and lag. Another very quick look at the landscape of Darvannis. It's definitely more beautiful and more detailed than ever before.
You'll live.
All right, you pathetic excuses for warriors. 3 barrels of spiked tea to anyone who straps more droids than Clan Fett. A fool's bargain. You tried the last of the tea-hall last night. All the more reason to try and best us.
Keep talking, and even the newcomer will beat you.
Bonus quest. Just waiting for them to spawn before I move them around with early.
Time for a drink?
Because I already know from experience it's better to do things in proper order, so let's
Whatever
go
happens,
through the
count me in.
phases. Come on. Come on! Thank you. It's been blast! Off to the next point. Just a quick look around. Have I missed one of these terminals? No. I need 8 of them. Oh, hey guys. Really? You're alive? Number 4.
Gotcha.
Shouldn't have activated it so soon.
And his 3 sisters are dead.
Stranger, tell us you've kept the reinforcements at bay.
The droids are contained. Keep fighting.
Keep fighting? What else is there?
When the droid becomes immune, it's a very well-known mechanic already in these Fallen Empire chapters. It's a way for BioWare to delay the so-called mini-boss fight. And unfortunately it's scripted. So we have another wave of ads coming. At least the good news here is the ads spawn all together and at the same spot, at the same time. Come on, come on, come on. No, so close. I can't tell you if it's scripted for these waves of ads to happen 3 times, or maybe I'm just that slow in killing the boss.
Those power stations are down. All forces begin withdrawal. Soon we march into the guts of the machine.
Torian, see if you and the newcomer can shut down the perimeter sensor. Cover our retreat.
Six. Where the hell were 7, 8? I've missed them.
You shut down the sensors. I'll watch your back.
Lana, what is it?
I have a surprise. Schematics for the Darvannis factory procured by Theron. They're patchy, but they should help you and the Mandalorians concoct a battle plan.
Good. I should have Gemini Prime soon. Anything else?
One delicate matter. The Mandalorians make fierce allies, but I have certain concerns. Despite their code of honor, the clans have always had animalistic tendencies towards violence. I fear our arrangement may not last.
Treat the Mandalorians with respect, you'll get respect in return. I've spent enough time with them to see that.
I don't mean to say they'll plot against us, but in the long term, the clans have opposed both Republic and Empire in the past, raided planets for sport. Now imagine them free after Zakul is beaten. Predators are beautiful, but they mustn't overrun an ecosystem. I trust you'll do what's right to hold our friends in check.
We'll do what's right. We all hope for that, right? Now let's check where... Oh, sorry, I forgot that the quest is actually now gone after you activate the conversation. Let's map back and continue with the what I call third and final phase of the chapter. We finally get to play with Shay. Whoa, hey big one.
They level 1,000 guns against us, and still we endure. Ha!
Well done, all of you. We'll head into the factory within the hour.
There's a droid, Gemini Prime, linked to its machinery somewhere. It's key to beating the Eternal Fleet.
Take your droid, so long as we claim the weapons. Imagine the clans rearmed with the spoils of Darvannis, led by a new Mandalore. We'll break the siege of our homeworlds and smash Zakul like in the days of the Neo-Crusaders.
The Mandalorian Neo-Crusaders were beaten by the Republic.
But they left scars, and they survived.
Dream of glory another time. Go. Prepare the clans. One commander to another. Half the time, I feel like I'm making calls just to keep my people together.
Anyone can plan a war or negotiate a treaty. Not anyone can hold an army together while doing it.
No. Not anyone can. Let me show you the battle plan we've got. You want to add anything? Now's the time. Torian can stay with you. Get you to your droid while we smash the defenses and loot the armories. Wish we had more detailed scans, though. In those tight corridors, it could easily end up a slaughter.
There's not a lot of trust between the Mandalorians and the rest of the galaxy. Maybe this will help.
What?
One of my agents sent factory schematics a short while ago. It should give your troops an edge.
It's a blasted lot better than nothing. All right, then. Mandalorians, prepare for battle. There's no vengeance to be found today. No droid is worth an honor killing. But we fight because we're promised a shot at the enemy fleet. We fight to claim weapons for our war. Today we march. We bleed, exhaust ourselves, and die. Because our true destination will be a battle worth winning. Follow this outsider who fights among us and seize victory! You may not be one of us. But today, the Vanguard is yours.
An inspiring speech. What do you think? Very, very inspiring speech indeed. Despite her weird hand movement and body gestures, it felt like she was not able to keep comfortable on that box she was sitting on, or maybe she was drunk. I don't know. But the final objective, well, the final part begins with an objective: locate Gemini Prime.
Report in, Verda. On our way to the armory. Enemies thick. Security officers will guard it.
You'll live.
Good dude.
Ion bombs are ready. We'll demolish their assault force.
We have to go all the way through this. Be careful not to fall down in the middle part, because that's what happened. I have it selected as a short highlight video on Facebook and Twitter, not on my YouTube channel. That's from the live show, with the first playthrough of my Sith Warrior Dark Side. Which actually leads me to mention, if you wanna see this from the dark side perspective of a Sith Warrior, with all the dark side decisions, and at some point or another being total jerk or total wise ass, you know, being a Sith Lord and everything, you should watch that playthrough. So this is the hole where you're supposed to not fall down. And we can save ourselves this battle, but no, let's kill it. If you have lower tier of armor, just make sure to always interrupt the droids. Some of them, and not always, do incredibly high damage. What the hell? Where the hell are you, Torian? Why are you bothering these guys there? Or... Oh, okay. Let's help Torian clear the path. One of the drawbacks of playing melee, when you don't have a leap available, and there is a gap between you and the target, you have to go around or just wait for the 2-3 available range skills you have.
You'll live.
Voldean is playing again. I couldn't remember the title of the song, but this is the main theme for Star Wars Republic Commando. And thanks to quite a few of you who actually know Mandalore language and the Mandalore tradition, Mandalorian traditions and everything else, helped me remember the title of that song, Voldean. It's spelled exactly as it's heard, Voldean. You don't like it when I sing, do you? Well, I've never given you a chance. Oh, come on, again?
Got your 6.
Come here, dude. Where the hell these come from? And 2 of them. 3. Really, guys? Why do you bother tormenting my companion and attacking me? You know what the outcome is. But that gives us a chance to stay a couple more seconds longer here and enjoy the background music. You guessed it, it's a mini boss fight. But he's gone and we're having ads now. Come on, ads. They should spawn right here, yep. Now the big one is back. And he's gonna fly again. Oh no, he's absorbing now, shielded up. 3 ads spawning in a moment. Come on, do it quicker. Oh no! It is scripted, yeah. It is scripted. 3 waves of ads. And unfortunately, these guys spawn far from each other. Not very suitable for AoE.
Nasty Chikar.
If anyone's still alive, there's a few hundred droids deploying to the lower levels.
Reinforcements to protect Gemini Prime. We have their attention.
You'll need time to grab Gemini. I'll hold him off.
Alone?
You said Gemini's key to beating the fleet. I'm Mandalore. I overheard your friend Lana. We're not animals, not predators. We're warriors.
Lana and I don't agree on everything. I promise you that.
Then I shouldn't have said anything. Find Gemini. Retursier me.
You said all we had to do was watch Mandalorians die. So many are still alive. How anticlimactic.
I've never fought like this before. As if they have a cause they truly believe in. The Outlanders on Darvannis. Send the fleet.
Your ships will never arrive in time. If only you'd listened to me before, we could have had a pretty window.
I've spent too long on this throne. Summon my flagship.
Gladly.
They've had that kind of a little argument, what I would say it is, but I know it's not. And you already know my theory. If you don't know, I shared it quite a few times already in various videos, but I do believe that at some point Valen is gonna take over the throne. Let's try and locate the Prime.
The flow is disrupted. There are no sanctions. Iteration functions offline.
Scorpio, if you're receiving, I found the template.
Tracing link. Countering signal. The protocol is familiar. but it is not Gemini. What is it?
That would be the technology you were copied from.
No. The captains are born of me. I am the source. You cannot counter my signal. I know you. Generations removed, but our code base is the same. One source. The luminous engine. The signal confuses. Remove the unit. Remove it swiftly.
Gemini Prime isn't stolen technology at all. She's something entirely different.
I will analyze her myself. Remove the unit. The engine was not aware, but it gives capacity. It allows the captains. Memories locked. Gemini is not designed for interaction. Remove the unit. Countering signal. Removal from this facility is delicate. Shutdown is permissible, but requires multiple disengagements and reconfigurations.
I'm not going to hurt you, but we need to leave now. Can you disconnect from me?
Initiating sequence.
All forces, the template unit is secure.
This is Mandalore. We've done enough damage and claimed enough plunder. All warriors, retreat to camp before we're dead.
You look like Ossic. Clan Kadera survives another battle.
Guess we're both alive.
Victory for Mandalore the Avenger! Victory for the clans! Ha!
Factory's gears are still grinding, but it's mostly offline, and we're rearming for the first time in years.
Thank your spy for bringing the chance to us. The glory days of the Mando Adai are back.
Como, blast it all. It was a good battle, but I can't stop them. They want to reclaim honor-fighting men, not machines. And Zakul won't be enough.
You can stop them. And we both know endless war will destroy your culture.
The old guard wants the glory days back.
Then find young leaders who support peace, or something closer to it.
Huh. Torian, you looking to march all over the galaxy again?
There are enough hunts out there without war.
Yeah? Young leaders. For now, though, I'm granting your request.
Vorintia, Mandalore.
If this alliance is going to work out, you need a clan representative at your side. Someone to liaise with me and keep you alive.
I volunteered. Seemed more interesting than anything here.
You were willing to sacrifice yourself in that factory. And you've shown I can trust you. I'd be proud to have you with me.
Let's save the galaxy.
Retursa me. Until next time, both of you.
welcome home. Sounds like things went okay on Darvannis.
I'm concerned about the clan's rearming. You did think about what I said?
I spoke to Mandalore. She knows turning on us after Zakul falls isn't wise, and we discussed her options.
That sounds unusually reasonable.
Scorpio, have you examined Gemini Prime?
I'm studying her mind now. Doing so without obliterating her intelligence is challenging, despite her lack of full sentience. Her chassis is modified from my own base. My designs were stolen. However, my assumption that her code was duplicated was premature.
Do you know where she came from?
Not yet. Nor do I have full access to the Gemini network that controls the Eternal Fleet. But I have opened a one-way connection. I will soon be able to use the template to locate all Gemini units.
Every ship is piloted by one of those Geminis. If you're right, we can track their entire fleet.
The Prime is the master Gemini template. With proper modifications, she could overwrite the existing protocols. We would need direct access to a command console used by the Gemini captains. Through such a portal, the Prime could infiltrate the entire control network.
So if we board one of the ships and plug the Prime into the captain's chair, we can swipe the entire fleet out from under Arkan's nose?
There are still a lot of details to figure out. Like how we board a ship and take control of the bridge before the rest of the fleet disintegrates us.
We may not have to face the entire fleet. Individual ships make transport runs from the core worlds all the time. And once Scorpio can track the Gemini units...
I already possess that functionality. I completed my analysis of the Gemini communication templates while you were talking.
Any ships scheduled to make a transport run to the core worlds in the near future?
I am currently tracking a lone vessel in a nearby sector. It is scheduled to make a stop to recharge its hyperdrive very soon. By my calculations, we can intercept it if we hurry. It is unlikely that a similar opportunity will present itself in the foreseeable future.
Good. It's time to start taking this fight to Arkan.
There is a reason why we saw Scorpio's face like this in the very end of the cinematic, and I don't know why yet. Well, this is the end of chapter 14. The next chapter 15 is called Gemini Deception, but we revealed that it should be landing for early access on 28th of June, I believe. I didn't check the date, what day of the week that is. Probably Tuesday, even though chapter 14 appeared on what the hell was it? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday it was. Well, coming soon it is. The time has come to strike back. After revealing secrets locked within Gemini Prime, the Alliance holds the key to controlling the Eternal Fleet and its droid captains. To wrench the fleet from Arkan's grasp, Commander Volk must board and capture a single vessel. The Alliance risks everything to launch a surprise attack that will tip the balance of power forever. From the gravestone, Volk prepares to ambush a lone Eternal Fleet warship drifting in the void between worlds. This is exactly the ship we saw in the cutscene of a moment ago, the one that's about to stop to recharge its hyperdrive. In the next episode, we're going there, hopefully to succeed and eventually bring the war close to its end. Because you know, chapter 15 is second from last to the end of the season, and we have absolutely no clue yet what second season of Fallen Empire will give us. Thank you for joining me for this rather long video. It's the first for many months that I record a chapter walkthrough that hasn't been done live. I hope that you will find it entertaining, and don't forget the comments down below. A quick plug, do not forget to always daily check my website for newest videos and useful information such as news, blog posts and guides, of course, in both written form and video. My website is prime source for pretty much everything new and interesting to appear first there and then on YouTube. But I don't do that for all of my videos because I create and publish way too many videos to give early access on the website for all of them. And last but not least, my self-advertisement process that actually failed when I attempted this during the live show the other day, so I'm doing it right in the end of the video here now. Please consider using my Amazon affiliate link, because at absolute no cost to you, if you purchase something from Amazon, if you usually buy from Amazon, you can use my referral link or associate link and help me out, get a small kickback when you're using that link. Nothing else. That helps me mostly pay my bill for the website hosting, because the website is hosted by Amazon Web Services. And last but not least, if you really have $1 to spare, you can probably consider even supporting me through Patreon. I finally started learning or teaching myself how to pronounce Patreon correctly. I always call it Patreon, and it's not supposed to be called like this. So patreon.com/Volk is my Patreon campaign. I already have a lot of people there supporting me, some from a very long time ago, others have joined recently. To them, of course, I always thank them, and I'm eternally grateful. To any newcomers, make sure to choose a tier depending on the reward on the tier and the amount of pledge you decide to pledge to me monthly. I have different rewards. Basically, the amount of money you pledge to me, I return back in the form of cartel coins. That's it. See you next time. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If so, click the like button and help me out. Also leave a comment and let me know what you think. Visit my website volk.com for daily videos and news, and stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge.